Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Melanie with Melanie Loves Death Metal. Got a kind of a special video again today. Decided to change it up and not just do a normal collection update of stuff that I've gotten in the mail. I did, however, get a lot of stuff in the mail today, but I'll save that for next week. So I figured, hey, you know, it's Friday, Flashback Friday. Sometimes I tend to listen to a little bit more of the classic death metal, classic rock albums throughout the day. And I decided to show off my Venom collection. So it's a little bit of cheating. I'm just gonna call that out there. This is actually a box set that I bought, and excuse my Alexa who was just talking. It's a box set that I bought a couple of years ago. I'm trying to think of when this came out. Maybe 2019. I think it was like right at the beginning of 2019, so almost 2 years ago. It was a box set that went on sale. I snatched it up as fast as I possibly could because for me, I had always wanted to collect all the Venom albums. However, I'm typically one to not really pull the trigger on things if they tend to be a little bit more than, you know, retail price, unless it's something that I absolutely want, or if it's holy grail, if it's first pressing, you know, whatever, depending on the situation. But for this particular situation, so I'll start with the box itself. It's a very nice box. It's got like this gold shimmery emboss all over the place. And then the back of the box, which I have it open right now, but the back of the box is pretty much everything that comes in the box, so it details out what everything is. And it's just a nice like sticker that's on there. I chose not to take it off, just to leave it. On the inside of the box, there's a pull ribbon and then some nice imagery. And then on the inside of the top box is basically a little bit of a liner note and some other stuff. So yeah, it's a very nice box, very heavy, very big, takes up a lot of space on my shelf. So when you open the box, the first thing that's popping out at you is this collector's back patch for the Venom Legions. So for me, I'm not a patch collector. I don't have a battle jacket or anything like that. So, but I thought this was pretty cool, and maybe someday I will do that. I don't know. But yeah, you know, it's pretty cool, collectible. It just sits in the box. I might frame it or display it someday if we ever get a bigger house or anything like that. But for now, it just sits in the box, unfortunately. Some people might cry about that, but and I don't plan on selling any of this stuff, so I'll keep it all in the box for as long as I possibly can. One thing I forgot to mention is the box that it shipped in had this really neat sticker on it, so I cut it off the box. I thought it was cool. And I forgot to mention that the name of this box set is called 40 Years in Sodom and Nomine Satanas. So yeah, thought that was really cool. The little UPC has like this little emblem coming out of it. So I kept that just because, you know, whatever, why not? So the next thing in the box is this really cool like promotional magazine zine. This is really cool. I had a good time looking through all this. So it's a bunch of, you know, live images. It's I believe this was a promotion that they did for one of their concerts. It goes, ladies and gentlemen, from the very depths in hell, Venom. It, you know, goes on to explain, you know, stories of the band members and Kronos and Abaddon and Mantis, and has some awesome pictures of the band throughout the, you know, years and everything like that. So yeah, it's got some pretty cool pictures, very nice little magazine, and on the back it has like this ad that pretty much promotes all of their first 4 albums, which I thought was also really cool. So this was probably one of my favorite things in the box that I really enjoy, like the old advertising and stuff like that. And I used to collect stuff like this when I was younger, so I still have a whole box full of magazines and zines that I got when I was pretty young. So some, you know, like Hit Parader and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely one of the bigger selling points for me in this box set. And then the next thing is, it came with this obnoxiously large poster. And when I say obnoxious, I mean it's incredibly large. It's so big that you probably can't see the whole thing. It's like a tour poster when, you know, guests Metallica when they're playing Kill 'Em All. So yeah, this really cool poster. It's single-sided. Maybe maybe I'll frame this someday, but for right now, unfortunately, that's also been living in the box as well. And then another goodie that you got is this Bloodlust Ouija board, like flexi single. I actually have never played this, but maybe I might take a look and see if it's possible on my record. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I thought this was kind of cool. You know, just a little bit of a collectible here, and it comes in this, you know, plastic sleeve. I've actually seen some people requesting to buy this separate from the box set. People went crazy about that when they first released this. And then finally, before we get to the music, it came with this incredibly amazing book. I have not read the whole thing yet. Actually, now that I pulled it out today, I probably will. But it's essentially a history of the whole entire band, all their albums. It's got all these interviews and amazing artwork in here, and so yeah, this book is really nice quality. It's got a lot of amazing pictures in there, and there's, you know, tour posters and tour advertisements and stuff like that. So yeah, this was another selling point for this box set. I read a lot of books based around, you know, bands and genres of music, so this was nice to add to my collection for that. All right, so finally, we'll get to the vinyls. So I know a lot of these vinyls are not accurate to the first presses, like they've decided to change a couple of things. I don't have all those details on hand with me now, but there's several videos on YouTube that you can go ahead and look, and it goes into full details about what's different versus the first presses and stuff like that. For me, I simply bought it just for the music, and I don't really care if they're first presses or anything like that. I just wanted to have it in my collection. So the first one, I think you guys all know, and I'm sure if you're watching this video you're familiar with Venom, but the first album obviously is Welcome to Hell. And I was told that this one was pretty accurate to the original press. But yeah, so Welcome to Hell, I think that needs no introduction if you're watching this video. One of the best albums out. And it comes with this really nice poster, and this is on Neat Records, which is might have been Cronus's label. I can't remember off the top of my head. I might have said that wrong, but yeah, it's got this nice little poster that comes with it, and then obviously the originals were not colored vinyl, but in this box set they are, and then the insert is just lyrics to each song, and then it comes on like this gold and black splatter vinyl. So yeah, very nice. Again, I don't really care if it's not the first press or any like original pressing or anything like that. The vinyl is colored, and some people hate that, some people love it. My selling point was just that I wanted the whole entire collection at one time. Was being lazy, didn't feel like going out and trying to find them all on Discogs and stuff like that. I actually put these in sleeves just because, like I said, I do pull these out and play them from time to time, and while they're sitting out, I just protect the jackets as much as possible. Makes the box a little bit snug when I did that, but it still fits fine. Next one, obviously, black metal. So I do know that the cover of this is different from the original. This was all white, I believe. Embossed. This is they've blackened it out on this version. And then on the back, I've heard that these pictures are a lot darker than from the original. Again, stuff I don't really care about. It's just stuff that I know, that I like read about in reviews and stuff before I bought this. One of my favorite things on this album, with the exception of the music and it being probably one of my favorite albums of all time, is that it says home taping is killing music, and so are Venom. So I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, there's those little cool details that are on here, and that, you know, make it fun to have. And then of course this also comes with the poster, and I actually really love this poster, so I might actually frame this soon. So yeah, pretty cool. And then obviously the inner sleeve is once again printed with lyrics and liner notes, and this also comes on colored vinyl. It is the black and silver merge, I believe is what they call it. So again, nice, very nice pressing. Sounds great. I actually just played this today. I played about 3 of these records today before I decided to record this video because I was just so pumped on Venom. So yeah, that's black metal. A lot of debate around this album on, you know, if it really truly started the black metal scene or if it was actually Bathory. I'm not going to talk about that here because I don't really care. Yeah, so black metal, again, needs no introduction. The next, I think you guys probably know, At War with Satan. This is a nice gatefold, very nice quality, that's what I meant to say. Gatefold is this, it's got a little saying there and some liner notes. So actually it's poetry or something like that. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've looked into and read all these things. So At War with Satan was honestly the first album I ever heard from Venom, believe it or not. My brother, who is quite a bit older than I am, who is also a metalhead and the reason why I am, used to play this all the time whenever we would be in his car or in his room. So yeah, this was actually the first album I ever heard from them. So probably, you know, backwards compared to what most people are when they're fans of Venom, but you know, it is what it is. And this comes actually on my favorite color of this box series. It's like a milky clear with red splatter. It's almost kind of purple splatter. Yeah, this was actually my favorite color variant out of the whole entire box set. And again, these sound great, no issues at all. I know there's that debate of, you know, does color sound better than black or whatever else, but you know, whatever. And then this also comes with a little insert. I don't need to read everything. Just try to write some lyrics on the inside. Then again, like I said, this is a really nice gatefold. So yeah, that's At War with Satan. Probably one of my favorite albums from Venom, aside from, you know, the first 2 classics. And again, I think there's a little bit of nostalgia around there in that it's the first one that I had ever heard. So yeah, this one I actually just played right before I decided to film this video, so I love this album. Next is Possessed. This is probably the one that I'm not as familiar with, maybe just because by the time, you know, I started getting into metal, I focused more on the first 3 albums and not so much as their later albums, but again, classic stuff here. I think the back of this is different from the original, from what I remember. The only thing that kind of sucked about the shipping that I got from my box is that some of the inner sleeve seams have some splits. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like I said, I don't ever plan on selling this or anything like that. But I was a little bit disappointed when I saw that. But you know what happens? Happens with vinyl. I have lots of vinyl that have that problem. This also comes with an insanely obnoxiously big poster, but it's probably my favorite poster out of all of them. It's just such a great picture, and so yeah, I mean, maybe someday if I ever get like my own basement, I'll frame all these pictures and have them down there. But for now, unfortunately they're living in the vinyl sleeves, and this also comes on this like gray, black, and blue splatter. It's hard to see the blue. It's like a navy blue. So again, very nice color vinyl. This also sounds great. I actually spun this a couple weeks ago. It was like, again, I said it's probably the one I'm the least familiar with, so I was just saw somebody posted on Instagram. I was like, oh, hey, I'm gonna pull it out and listen to it. So yeah, that is Possessed. I also think that they changed the cover of this a little bit in terms of color clarity or something, or color corrected or something. I was reading. I don't know. It's not a big deal to me. But yeah. Next is, I'm sure you guys know. Here we go. Yeah. I mean, this is probably the one that I can't pronounce. I will try. Einklein Knöcht Musik. I don't speak German or any other foreign language other than my own native tongue, unfortunately. I am that American. But yeah, this is a pretty classic gatefold. gatefold. Some great images there. Makes me laugh every time I pull it out. Again, the issue with mine is that I have the tears on the inner sleeves. I was pretty bummed when I saw that, but nice printed sleeves of pictures of the band, what they're playing. And then this color is a half and half gold and black, which half and halves are some of my favorite kinds of vinyl color variants to buy. I always think they look cool. So I was happy to see that they chose that, and I believe some of these color variants are similar, like they go with the color scheme of the album, which is also a nice touch. And then this sleeve is that, and then on the other side it is just liner notes. So and then I should probably state that the vinyl is also the same color. So yeah, this is the final album in regards to their studio albums. This one I actually, with the exception of At War with Satan, this is probably the other one that I had heard a lot about, and I don't know if that was just because it was what my brother owned at the time or anything like that, but yeah, again, pretty much all their albums are fantastic and some of my favorite albums of all time, obviously, since I decided to spend the money on the box set. And then finally, the last vinyl in this box is one of the larger selling points for me, and I'm not all crazy about, super rare finds or anything like that. I try not to because it gets expensive, but this was exclusively in the box set, and I think they pressed it finally afterwards for people to buy it separate, but at the time I bought this, it was not out yet. And this is Songs of Satan. It's rare and unleashed. And on here it has rehearsals, and there's some demos, and yeah, so it's pretty much a compilation of rehearsals and demos. For me, I typically love collecting demos of bands and those live rehearsal compilations. Comes on this really nice gatefold. I think out of all of the records in this box set, this is probably one of my favorites, just in terms of layouts and what's on the sleeves and stuff like that. I just think it's really cool. I love the artwork. I love the gatefold, and then this also is a colored vinyl. Interesting enough, though, it comes on like this just plain paper inner sleeve, which was different from all the other vinyls, but not a big deal to me. And again, this is probably one of my other favorite colors in here. It's like this milky clear with a black blob in the middle. Milky clear, black blob. I just love, I don't know, I really love when they press vinyls like this. Another vinyl that I have that's similar to this is Vastum's Aura Official Purge. It's like a milky clear white with a red blob in the middle. Probably, again, just another one of my favorite pressings that I own in my collection, just because of the way they did it. Issue is, though, gatefold sometimes pain in the ass to get them back in the sleeve. Eventually does go in there. You kind of have to finagle it a little bit. So yeah, and then just for the sake of time of the video and because it's a pain, the other one is the same exact color in the set. So yeah, that is the rare and unreleased, the final vinyl in this box set. So I believe there are still some of these available. I got it as like a, hey, your Amazon music tastes, do you want to buy this, recommendation email a couple months ago. And so I think that they're still out there, they're still floating out there. I don't remember what they were limited to. I don't remember what they were limited to, but obviously they didn't all completely sell out if there's still some that are available for retail. I definitely would stay off of Discogs because I've seen some people overprice these quite a bit, so definitely check out Amazon, check out other websites that may have it. So yeah, that was it. That's my Venom vinyl collection. I do have other Venom stuff on tape, and I think I have a couple CDs too. But I decided just to show the vinyl for today. All right, have a great weekend, guys.